Hey family, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we are going to prune the pepper plants that I want to keep and prune some of the tomatoes too. I've already cut down the pepper plants that I did not want to keep, and I've already threw those in the compost. So I'm just going to pretty much clean these up, getting condensed down some, and hopefully they overwinter. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thumbs up this video. Share this video if you would like. Let's jump right into it. Okay, family, so I am gonna speed up the video because I am in my groove. So I have my music playing in the background, and I would not like to get copyrighted, so you guys just follow along. Start on the outside and work your way in to the inside. You don't have to cut everything out, but you want to try to condense it as much as possible. So what I was saying was, I start from the outside and I work myself to the inside of the plant because I have vegetables to take off of it. And of course, I want to examine the plant because if it's not a healthy plant, of course, we don't want to keep that. We want to get rid of it. But so far, so good. The plants are healthy. They are yellowing. They are super duper hungry, but I was not going to feed them because I was going to overwinter them. I'm going to just do away with this hole. I'm going to see that. I just want to say I was vibing, y'all. I was vibing and singing along. Y'all see I left a little twig on there, to get some photosynthesis going on just a little bit to keep the plant kind of healthy, because when you take so much off of a plant, it is stressful. Drop it down in the comments, guys, if you like Al Green. I love me some Al Green. Just to explain where I am cutting on the plant at, pepper plants tend to have these little knuckles, like knuckles on your hand. They kind of have knuckles where the nodes are. So that's where pepper plants kind of branch out from. So I kind of cut above those knuckles on the plant. Okay, family, just a quick side note. With me doing the overwintering on these peppers, the peppers were going into flower again. They were budding and starting to flower again, but because the temperature isn't summertime temperature consistently, the fruits are small. So the fruits would not have been any bigger than what you see. That's why I did not mind taking off those flowers and those buds. That's peppers for you. And if you don't mind the fruit being small, you do not have to overwinter them as long as you keep them in a greenhouse somewhere warm. They will continue to grow. The fruit will just be small. The vegetables will be small. So if you don't mind that, then by all means, just keep growing them. You don't have to cut anything off unless you pruning it down to condense the size, because pepper plants tend to grow pretty huge. Now, I didn't mind cutting mine off, like I said, because I have vacuum sealed tons of it all summer. So I am stocked for the winter as far as peppers are concerned. I love the Maxi Bell pepper. It is a keeper for us. Just look how beautiful those peppers look. Maxi Bell for the win. Hey family, drop it down in the comments. Who sang the song I'd Rather Go Blind better? Etta James or Beyonce? I'ma say Etta James sang that song like her heart was on the line. But Beyonce rocked it too, but I love some Etta James, baby. It's one of my big ones right here, y'all. They always big, but it's one of my favorites. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. All right, family. Let me cut my music off. This is gonna be a little fast forwarded video, cause I gotta be in my zone. So I left these little branches on. I might take them off. But all I did, y'all, was cut them at the knuckles. Pepper plants always have these knuckles, and I just cut them off at the knuckles. And these are the ones that we want to keep. And these were some big juicy pepper plants. Now, let me stand back. Look at all this space we have now. Just because I pruned the pepper plants down to overwinter them. The whole side was just bushed up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one other one I did before I started the video. 6 pepper plants filled up this whole side, right down to this halfway dead key line. So let's move on around. I don't have to do anything to the figs. I'm gonna prune my marigolds again. I love pruning my marigolds. This year, my first year really growing them, but they have been an amazing plant to grow. Seriously, an amazing plant to grow. Look at those. They are just beautiful. And we still got more buds, so we're gonna have more flowers. Look at these. They are beautiful. And you can make teas with them. Like, I have researched this marigold on what to do with it, because it just keep giving. And I done came up with a lot of good stuff for a marigold. I will be growing them probably until the end of my time. They are beautiful. So I'm gonna get over there and I'm gonna prune that one. I got another pepper plant here, candy cane peppers here. So I'm gonna do them two peppers and prune these tomatoes down again. So let's jump right into it. And this bucket was full. I had to push it down 3 times. Y'all like, where's she going in the video? What happened? I had to push it down, but y'all probably ain't gonna tell because I'm gonna speed the video up. But give me a couple of ticks. I'm finna go ahead and empty this in the compost and then start the next clip. So stay tuned. Family, I just want to show y'all right fast that it is 2:20 and the sun is on its way down at 2:20. There go the sun right there. It's going down at 2:20. Still blue skies. Supposed to be a storm coming next week or so. The sun is going down at 2:20, y'all. Everybody better get their life together. Let's jump right on back into it. Drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Okay, family, so let's get into these tomato plants. With my tomato plants, I have a habit of trimming the sucker leaves off. And sometimes I kind of go overboard. But like I said in a lot of my videos, that I over prune my tomato plants, but they always grow back so vigorously. Like you have to keep up with those tomato plants or it'll just get wild, and before you know it you will end up with all kind of fungal diseases and everything in between. So you just have to kind of keep up with that. You can't let it just take over, because once it takes over you will end up with more leaves than tomatoes. And another good idea, I never do it, but I might do it next year, is to trellis the tomatoes. Um, it'll make it easier to know what to trim, because sometimes they grow so wild and into each other, you will end up cutting a branch off with a tomato. And I do that all the time. But when I do that, I just leave a little of the branch on it and I set it to the side, and it'll ripen up like that. So it don't be a big deal, but a trellis in your tomatoes is the way to go, I believe. Also, you can overwinter your tomatoes just like you can with peppers. The best way to go with it is to have it somewhere warm. It'll keep growing, or it'll at least stay alive if you water it and keep it in a warm place. So I'm gonna have these tomatoes, I guess, until I can't have them anymore. So I only keep the few little leaves near the fruit. The vine is already, long and lengthy, so I just keep the few leaves near the fruit and call it a day. Now that's a few that I have left on too long. Now, something took a bite out of those. Okay, so it wasn't like something went inside of it like would happen on the outside if it wasn't in the greenhouse, or in the summertime. Let's say that the summertime, different insects will penetrate the fruit or vegetable. On those two red tomatoes, something actually took a bite out of it. And this here what I mean. Like if I didn't accidentally do that. The leaves had already died off because it was on the ground, and at night it's super duper cold. So that's what I do. I leave a piece of the vine on it and set it to the side. It works just as well as it would if it was on, attached to the tomato plant. So if anything happens and you break a branch or something, don't mind it. It'll be all right. Okay, family, I had to cut my music off. Okay, so let's talk about these tomatoes. This is literally how I prune my tomatoes every time. And they just come back vicious, vigorous every time. I set that little baby up there. It's turning red like the last one y'all just saw in that clip, and I set that one up there because they need to be off the ground, because the ground be super super duper cold at night. And that's the rest of them. That one right in the middle down there that I set in the pot is the biggest one I've ever had. So that's my tomatoes. And these here, something been literally chewing, biting it. Like there is nothing inside of it. I could literally cut that piece off. Damn. I can literally cut that piece off and eat the rest. It just something been eaten on the outside of it. Nothing went in the inside of it. Okay, and then I got the candy cane pepper left. And then I sweep everything up. Sweep the floors. Look at what we harvested off. And that'll wrap this video up. So let's go ahead on and continue. On that midnight train to Georgia. Y'all comment down below if YouTube need to let us have our music playing. Like, it'll be so much better for the creator if we could just have a little music, in the background, vibing while we, doing our thing. Every pepper plant that I cut back today had flowers on it. So pepper plants will grow in cooler weather, cooler temperatures. But like I said, the fruit will not be as big as it could be. So, I mean, you could keep growing them. Okay, family, I am finally finished getting the peppers ready for overwintering them. So now I'm gonna clean up everything, kind of get everything organized. Okay, so this is what we ended up getting as far as the harvest. Now, when my tomatoes break or I accidentally cut one when I prune it, I always leave a vine on it. That kind of helps it out at ripening. So last harvest of the year, except for those tomatoes, because we got more tomatoes. So let's jump right in. So this is what it's looking like. Whole side to the right down there is now open. I'm still not finished. It's a few more things I want to do. I just don't like everything cluttered, y'all. Got my little tomato section right here. I put all my peppers back here in the corner because we overwintering them, right? So got everything straightened out. All right, stay tuned.